specifically with queer couples, especially within the Midwest specifically, there's a lot of areas that are generally open to the public that we don't necessarily feel comfortable in. You don't feel comfortable holding your partner's hands. You don't feel comfortable, speaking too loudly if you're effeminate and things of that nature. So having safe spaces where people can feel like they can embrace who they are and who they're with, and all of those things are very important. And especially as queer culture starts to become more and more and more mainstream, our traditional avenues of finding those spaces like gay bars and things of that nature have become, a sort of form of tourism as well. So we need to be able to branch out and create our own safe spaces outside of that, so we can not only feel a part of our community, but also feel that we're safe and feel like we're represented. Especially with people that are melanated and are of a queer variety, we live in the crossroads of two different struggles. One of being queer and not being fully accepted there, but then also just being Black in the racial subtleties that we face and look at and deal with every day. So sometimes even by being a brown person of color, you find yourself not fully accepted in queer spaces, but also not fully accepted in general public areas if it's has been gentrified or if it is predominantly white. But also even with that, sometimes not even fully accepted within our own community. That being Black and brown people community as well. So needing to create a space specifically for people of color that are also queer is very, very important, because it's one of the most major lacking things in terms of the queer community in general. A few of my friends were coming into town and they are lesbians and they wanted to know, where is the happening spots at, and I, didn't have any information to give them. I except for, of course, outskirts, I don't really know of any specific place or venue or anything else of that nature. So I think that it's very important that we give, our queer women specifically a space that they can be themselves. A lot of time, I feel like gay culture is so branded to and marketed to and specific to cisgendered men that we forget everyone else in the binary spectrum as well. So having representation for everybody, especially women, matters. As Victor, I perform full-time as a professional magician and hypnotist. So I do that for private events. Publicly, I perform as Kiki Uchawi. People call me the African Queen of Kansas City. I host every Sunday night at Missy B's at 10 p.m. We do a show called Slay There, which is a kind of a circuit, a little tip of the hat to old ballroom scene, meet with new drag, and it's I try to keep it very melanated and diverse. So we do that every Sunday at 10. I also host Black Girl Magic in Kansas City, so we produce those events to get other brown and queer performers from around the Midwest to come in as well. So.